Alright, y'all. I'm going to plant some lettuce and some beets and some radishes and just kind of see how they do overwintering here in the high tunnel. But I'm doing several varieties of lettuce. This one's like a salad mix, and that's actually like a head lettuce. I've got, I think these are Detroit dark red beets, and then I've got the long white icicle radishes. I'm trying those out. They're supposed to have a milder flavor. But basically all you want to do, because if y'all remember from this summer, this is where I had my tomatoes in this row. So you just basically, I've already amended the soil, and so you just kind of loosen your soil up a little bit. Get it nice and loose, because seedlings struggle in compacted soil. So you want to make sure that you loosen that up before you plant any seeds, especially because your lettuce seeds are going to be like really small. So you're going to lose them pretty quick. Mushrooms growing in here. Be gone. Must have a squirrel in the high tunnel. He's found a spot in here, apparently. He's burying his nuts for the winter. And I'm ruining his plan. Okay. Let's see. And beet seeds are pretty tiny too. I mean, they're a lot bigger than lettuce seeds, but they're still kind of tiny. So these are, let's see, 10 to 12 days to germinate, and sow them at an inch depth. Alright. I'm just going to put them here in this first one. What I do is I literally just make a divot with my finger when I plant them. 1 inch is about to your first knuckle, roughly, depending on the hand, but just put them in there real quick. Make sure you're giving them room. And you just want to cover them up. Next up, we have these long white icicle radishes. This is going to be kind of a twofold experiment, because as you can see, these were from 2022, these seeds. So I'm working with old seed on this. So kind of curious to see how well these do, not being like really fresh seeds, but I mean, these are smaller yet than the beet seeds were. But yeah, we're gonna get these in the container. Let's see, 1/2 inch. So usually, rule of thumb for a lot of seeds is you plant them about as deep as they would be standing on their longest side. So these are kind of round, but yeah, I mean, they're probably double. They'd be double the 1/2 inch, if that made sense. But basically you'd bury it twice as deep as they are tall. I gotta get this done quick. I am running out of daylight. And we're just gonna do the same thing that we did with the beet seeds. We're supposed to get snow here tomorrow and Monday, so I'm hoping that I didn't wait too long to plant these, so that, I mean, these are cool weather crops that don't necessarily prefer heat to germinate. That's more for your, like, your peppers and your tomatoes and such. Yeah, just kind of cover the surface with your soil. I got this one up next. Now, these are Dollar Tree seeds. I'm going to see how well these perform. These are also 1/4 inch sowing depth. These are extremely small and very lightweight. So lettuce seeds need light to germinate. So you definitely want to, basically we're going to surface sow these. We're not going to like bury them. There's another nut. Stupid squirrel. So you just want to kind of, don't pack the soil down. You don't want to do that, because then they struggle to push up through all of the soil if you're packing it down in. And with lettuce, sometimes they get a little dislodged when you water them in, but I'm not real worried about that. As long as it grows, I don't care. All right, last one. So this is from M.I. Gardener. This is his salad bowl mix. And these are going to be the same size as the Paris Island lettuce. But you can see in this, you can tell it's a mix, because not all of these, while the seeds look similar, you can tell that, you know, we have some really dark ones and some ones that are light, like the lettuce we just planted. So you're going to get a variety of your reds and your greens with this one. And I'll probably have to, I have a tendency to overplant. I'll probably have to come back and thin these out. But I don't mind doing that. This just ensures that I get something growing instead of nothing. So next step is going to be to take and water them in gently. We don't want to kill them with the stream of water. But yeah, I mean, this only took me a couple of minutes, so it's something that everybody can do. And it doesn't even, you don't even have to have a greenhouse. You could literally use windows. Like, make a box out of a window and put a window on top with a hinge so you can get into this whenever stuff's growing and you want to harvest. But that's like a cold frame is basically what that would be. But I mean, it's totally doable to grow food year round because greens love the cool weather. And in the future, I might do a little experiment with peas because peas love cool weather. They can actually handle a frost, like not a severe frost, but a light frost, and still thrive. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I hope you learned something.